So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tai Chi Intermediates, or Tai Chi Improvers. So, just have your feet shoulder width apart, and we're just going to set up our posture. Just take some slow, deep breaths. I'm hoping to get a newer computer at some point. So this one's getting a bit old, and probably needs a bit of updating. So I'm gonna get a new one. So hopefully the videos will improve, and looking into getting a better camera. So
can't see your feet at the moment, Farah.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Let's sort this out. Just turn that. Let's try. How's
that? Yeah, just about.
Right. So just practice standing. Breathing in, breathing out. Sit down. Head floating, hips sinking. Relax the shoulders. And turn the waist. So just check your posture while you're doing this one. I'll just show you that from the side view. So you'll relax, really relax. And we'll do that spine one as well. We'll just do a few of these just to get into your body. So notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. Keep breathing. Nice and relaxed. Tune into the hips, just feel the hips sink. Notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. Okay, and then take a slightly wider stance. We'll just do a few more. Let's just do a few more. Okay, take a slightly wider stance. And then turn the foot in. So you're closing this hip, you transfer the weight, you turn the foot out. And watch the alignment of the knees. Make sure your knees are in line with the toes. So I've got next week I am plant sitting, so I'll be in a wet garden. So you should be able to see my feet easier in the wet garden, but yeah. And then we just let the arms swing. So when you do the swing, that's where you've really got to watch and be aware of the alignment with the knees. Keep breathing. Relax. So we're just sinking the hips, lengthening through the crown of the head. And we'll do this. So just let the shoulders relax, but have this nice open feeling in the chest. Fantastic. Okay. Let's we'll do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're breathing. So you wanna breathe in and breathe out. Nice and relaxed. Nine. This is a very nice exercise for general spine health, but you just have to do it lots. So when Grandmaster Chen Shao Wang does it, I think that's about 10, 11. He does it for 300 times in one direction, and then he does it 300 times in the other. We're not going to do 300, we're going to do 100. But try and focus on each one. So just notice, you're noticing things and you're relaxing things. Show from the side. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a counterbalance between your hips and the shoulders. So the shoulders are in the opposite direction. And we're not going too much. So it's you're not, don't go too much. It's less than you'd think. Every time I do this exercise, Karen and Emma always say, no, too much. So try and once you've got the basic feel, try and do it less. So when they do it, they're more like this, much smaller, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm gonna feel the counterbalance between the hips and the shoulders. Right, I'm gonna have to try and count now. 3, 90, 20. And try and keep a steady rhythm rather than rushing. No rushing. So shoulders to the side, shoulders to the back, shoulders to the side, shoulders to the front. So as the shoulders are at the back, the hips are at the front. Yeah. Keep breathing. That's about 20. 30. Notice what you are sensing. 40. 50. We're halfway. Okay, at the halfway point, let's check our posture. So just have your feet, we're still going in that direction. Have your feet parallel, sink the hips. Now let's do, so that way, I'm just going to adjust the light. I'm going to see if I can get some more light in this room. Let's just have a look. Yeah, because it's a bit dark outside. Try that. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better. So let's just set up and do 50 more, but we'll get the setup right. So when you're doing it, you go like this. So let's do this. So feel the ground under the feet and just feel that. So there's a stretch here, and this is very relaxed. That's it. So you're kind of leaning. So this shoulder's higher than this shoulder. Then you sink your hips back, and then both shoulders are forward. Let me show you that from the side. So you're like this. Hips are back, shoulders are forward because you're leaning with your spine. So that's like this. So these go back, and then you lean forwards a little bit. And then the arms are loose. The arms are relaxed. So stand like that for a bit. Okay, now you do this side. So now you're leaning. So you're slightly forward and you're leaning. And then the hips come forward and the shoulders come slightly back. This is exaggerated. Now that you can have the hips slightly back and the shoulders forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, let's do 50 more of those. Okay, 1. So it's slightly different. 2. 3. 4. Right. Six. 7. 8. So when Grandmaster Chen Xiao Wang does it, he doesn't stop off at the halfway point. He just carries on. 9. But while we're learning, it's worth checking. 10. That's better. 11. 10. 12. 13. 14. 30. Deep breathing. Forty. And 50. I'll just do one more. Oh, that was good. Okay, so So just check your posture. We're going to do the other direction. But just get the posture sorted first. So you want to get your weight just behind the ball of each foot. So what you do is you go in the first third of the foot, and then you sink your hips back and down, like you're sitting on something, and then you draw the chin in a bit. So you raise the crown of the head and lengthen along the neck. Yeah, that's great. So we just stand for a bit, and then we'll do a couple of trial runs in the other direction, because even though it's the same mechanics, doing it on the other side. So we go like this. So the first side, there's no lean forward. You just literally just go to the side. Then you move the hips back. Then you move the hips to the side. But because you're slightly leaned forward, there's more gap here. So this one is different from this one. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we got it. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, 49 left. Oh no, 99 left. Relax the arms. Make the arms very soft.
So are the hips describing a kind of horizontal circle?
Yes, they are. And so are sort of the shoulders. The shoulders are maybe less. Hang on, let's work it out. Yeah, the hips are a horizontal circle. Yeah. Well spotted. The shoulders are doing a kind of more of a that way. What are they doing? Yeah, there's more of an angled circle. I'm maybe the viewers at home, if anyone's doing this at home, you can say what I suspect the shoulders, when going in one direction and then the other, or if you superimpose them, it would make a kind of a figure 8 type thing. But yeah, trying to work out what the shoulders are doing is currently making my brain melt. So, but the hips are definitely horizontal. Yeah. And there's definitely a counterbalance going between the hips and the shoulders. I mean, some of the guys I learned from in Bristol that did this, they did a very exaggerated version. When the Kascubas do it, it's like you can't hardly see anything move, actually, the way they do it. So I'm probably more on the Bristol end. I think that's about 20. It's a bit tricky concentrating on directions and counting, so I had to guesstimate. And just getting the arms very relaxed, very relaxed. You're just hanging there, so you want to really let them go. 8. And then obviously when you're at home, you can do it for 300. Okay, I've just counted 50. Oh well. So I've noticed you do speed up once you get into the movement, it sort of speeds itself up. Nine and 90, we've got 10 left. 90, 91. Really let the arms relax. One hundred. Oh, great. Lovely. Okay, let's go back to this one, but just go a little bit smaller. And then build up the momentum. Keep breathing. Let's do dragon serves teacups and Rising Coiling Dragon, and then we'll do that new stepping exercise that I did with Mike on Tuesday. So. What? We'll do a slow version. 2. So again, there's a hip shoulder thing going on. 3. 4. 5. The hips counterbalance the shoulders. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, 10 left. Well, 13. So back, turn. So what's the alignment of the knees? 14. 15. 16. 17. Keep breathing. Very good. 18. 19. 20. Rising, coiling, dragging. So again, that direction first. Here we go. Rising dragon, coiling dragon, rising dragon, rising dragon, coiling dragon, rising dragon. Rising dragon, coiling dragon, rising dragon. Okay, one more time each side.
That was interesting, Farah, because I've never learnt that one.
Oh, you've never learnt that one?
No.
Oh,
No, I was just imitating.
brilliant. All right. In which case, let's learn it now. We've had a go. It's a bit like when I'm hoping she'll come back. She's got a hand injury. My fiddle teacher Josie, and when she lived in Cambridge, and I'd go and see her occasionally for the odd fiddle class. She'd have some tunes that she thought I might like to learn, and so the first thing she'd do is just go join in, and then she'd play the tunes at the correct speed, which was usually very breathtakingly fast, and then you just kind of fudge along. She'd play it a few times, and then we'd spend the rest of the class breaking the tunes down into little bits and then learning them that way, and then at the end we'd play the tunes again at the correct speed, and then maybe I'd get like half the notes. It was that kind of thing. So it's so Rising Coiling Dragon. Let's do the first bit. I think we'll probably not be doing, I suspect we won't be doing much form today, but so it's actually from Bagua, which is a related internal art to Tai Chi Chuan, Bagua Zhang, and Eva teaches that, and I must get to more of her classes. But so the Rising Dragon, when you're doing it without the turning, you go like this, and then you have the little finger elbow. So that's like that. So you line your little finger up with the elbow, and you're like this, and then you have the foot forward. So have it in rooster stance, and then when I go to Rising Dragon, I go into cat stance, and then you stretch. So if I come up a bit closer, you're stretching this part, and it stretches, and there's a stretch all the way here. That's Rising Dragon. And then Coiling Dragon, you turn, this elbow comes down, the foot comes forward, you go into bow and arrow stance, and then the back hand goes into the front, and the front hand goes into the back, and you're like this. Let me show you from the back. It's like that. Let me show you from the side. It's like that. And then you, and some people, when they do the Coiling Dragon, they do it really deep and go all like that, Coiling Dragon. But then you've got to get back into cat stance again. Then you go into Rising Dragon. And then you bring the foot back, and then you do it the other side. So this is the basic version. Rising Dragon. Oh, you were doing so well, I assumed you'd be doing it for months. Oh well, Coiling Dragon. Rising Dragon. That's it, and then you come back. So that's the basic version. Now the version we did was the bit with the turn in, so you can actually do the turn as a separate thing. So it's, if you go back to this waist turn, it's all in this waist turn, like a lot of things. So all the exercises we've just been doing have in common, all very good for the spine health, back health. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and you have the little finger on the elbow. I'll come a bit closer. 1, turn the waist. 2, turn the waist. 3. That's it. 1, then that comes underneath. 3. Now this one comes underneath, so the hand that's underneath swaps round. 1, like you're stirring a pot and then flinging something out. Stir the pot, fling something out, and then watch the alignment of the knees, and my knees are aligned. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's like this real boom with it's really good. You can even if you want, but just keep it. Ha, ha, ha. So that's what's in the middle. And then when you put it all together, I'm going to turn round. When you put it all together, it's like this. 1, 2, 3. Rooster starts. Rooster starts. Cat starts. Rising dragon. Bow starts. Coiling dragon. Cat starts. Rising dragon. Then you put your foot forward. You come around. So, rising dragon. Coiling dragon. Rising dragon. Etc. So there's also this movement is in there as well somehow that we were doing earlier, or this movement, getting that. So we'll do it. We'll try and do it next week because it's a wonderful exercise. Rising, coiling dragon. It works the brain. It works the arms. It works the lower back, and it works the legs in just one exercise. And you feel, if you do a lot, what we tend to do with Eva is we'll do the plain version where you're just facing forwards and then you're swapping and then you come back and then do it the other side. So we can really go to town on it next week. And then you do that a few times. And then she usually does 3 lots. 1, 2, 3. So she usually does 3 lots and then we stop. But there's nothing stopping when you're doing it at home. You can do it a few hundred times. So the Bagua, which I'm not that great at, it's a circle walking. Is it like that? Something like that, and then you change side. I can't remember. I'd have to. But it's really good. It's very certain. You walk round and round in a circle. It's on my to-do list to learn properly. At one point, I was learning it a lot from Ed Hines. Really, he's in France now. He's an amazing practitioner, gold medalist forms champ. But then he got into fighting, so he can do. He was doing cage fighting, I think, at one point. A bit crazy, but the Bagua, it's very circular. There's lots of lovely movements. Sort of bang. Is it like that? Oh, I can't remember. There's one where you come up and then down, and then you something like, and you swap round. And you go round and round. I'll ask Eva if she's got any useful videos of Bagua. She's very good. And then yeah. So the thing I actually wanted to do was the box step that I learned from Mike, which is a really useful balance practice you can do in a very small amount of space. I thought it was great. So it was basically cat stance, bow and arrow stance, cat stance, Wu Chi, and that's it. And you'd think something this simple, heel toe. So what I'll do for next time when I'm in this room again, I'll put my I've got a black mat because then it's easier to see what my feet are doing. And then you go out to the side. Let's see if I can. Oh no, I've got a blue mat here. Right. It'll be easier. Contrast, more contrast for the feet. That's better. There we go. So, cat stance, bow and arrow stance. Oh, there you go. You can see my feet now, and you're not going too far. And he was doing it very, very slowly, so much slower than this, but heel toe, feel the foot, then you go forwards. And you sink. Then you sink back. Then you come or you can go toe heel, it doesn't really matter, but you're just ending up back in your Wu Chi stance and you're settling. Then you transfer the weight. It was like a balanced meditation when we did this. So then what I did is I extrapolated it and I just carried it on so I could do the back step. And then you just try and get your feet in those exact places. So this is a and then what you can do is you can do one and then the other. I'll turn the map round. So forwards and back. So it's quite tempting to do this in a hurry. Forwards. He was very deliberate and said, no, you do that, then you do that, and you're very clear about what you're doing and you're not trying to fudge it. So they fudge free. And then you go to cat stance. And there. And then you can go back. So that's all the room you need. It's very economical. So then just to give your arm something to do, you can do a little pushing exercise. Just push, come back, and down. Push. Oh, finally we got to do something. Done. And then you do it when you go back. Push. This one's a bit trickier. Cat stance. Down. Push. It's quite useful having that because it's you can really get your feet positions. You can do it forward, and then you can do it back. So you can do 2 for the price of 1. So you can play around with that. So that's and I've been working on it since Tuesday. I'm working on that every day because getting the foot placement is really useful for when you're doing the form. Okay, we started a bit late. Let's do the first third of the form. Just to finish off, and then we better go and have some tea. Okay, so first third of the form, to the end of step back and repulsed monkey. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And begin. See. Breathe in. Breathe out, sink down. Transfer the weight, raise the hands, turn the foot in, push out, gather under, hold the ball. Just go this way a bit, step, part the wild horses make. 1, 2, 3. Sink the hips, sink the hips. I'll just show you. This time side step, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane, spread its wings 20% of the weight of the front foot. So the rising coiling dragon is quite useful for white crane, isn't it? Brush knee and push step. First time. Second time. Third time. This time spear hand. So really feel that hip. Go forward for the stretch, release the stretch. Into play the peeper. And then step back and repulse the monkey 4 times. 1. Step. So you should all be experts because of the tutorial I 2. 3. And 4. Right. Okay. Short but sweet. Go back to that one. So the waist turning the waist, staying upright, nice and upright in the body, but sinking the hips. Right. Okay, embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. So really soften the arms. Soft arms. We're sinking down. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, that footwork exercise, practice it because it will help your balance. I mean, I can definitely feel more solid through my feet. And I've been upping loosening number 1, the first one what we did. I've been upping that as well. So you just want to really soften the arms. Okay, let's look super young. Super young. Rub the hands together. Polish the face. Rub the hands together, give your lower back a rub. Yeah, sorry we didn't get too much time on the form, but it all feeds in, so it's okay. It all feeds in. And then embrace the tiger, return to the mountain 3 more times. One more time. Breathing in. This with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together. And great, well done. I'll just yeah. So not so much form today, but all useful things. Okay, great.